Bonke district, southern Ethiopia. Home to the GALO people, 3,000 meters high up in the mountains. Their way of life remains unchanged for many generations. They have no access to power, gas, no running water. This is the site of Hope's intervention. Ethiopia is in the area called Horn of Africa in the eastern part of the continent. It has been enjoying rapid economic growth in the recent years. However, Bonke district, which is 600 kilometers south of the capital city, Addis Ababa, remained mired in poverty. One of the causes of poverty here is a lack of access to clean water. 90% of the urban population enjoys access to clean water thanks to the nation's recent economic growth. However, 30 million people living in rural agricultural communities have to fetch water on foot from distant streams and springs every day. To observe this reality firsthand and to find ways to lift these neglected communities out of poverty, Jeffrey Bear, the New Hope Japan executive director, paid a visit to Ethiopia.
Hey Jeff, what's up? How are you? Hey, thank you. Good to meet you. Okay, thank you.
Hope is able to implement its projects in Ethiopia through the Ethiopian staff on the site. Hope Ethiopia field operations are based in Arba Minch, a small city located near the intervention sites. This is Wasan Girma, the project coordinator for Hope Ethiopia. During his 9 years at Hope, he has managed many projects to help neglected people living in the remote communities. Many of the projects Wasan oversees are implemented up in the mountains, often about a 4.5-hour drive from the office, in the areas unserved by any other development organizations. Hope builds water systems in these areas that do not rely on water pumps. Construction begins with the capping of natural springs higher up in the mountains. Then a water tank is built below, from which water is then piped to water points through the power of gravity alone. The simplicity of this gravity-fed water system that does not require water pumps makes it easier to maintain and therefore can last for a long time. Clean water becomes available within a year after the construction starts. Waterborne disease infections in children significantly go down, and their hygiene also improves dramatically. Mothers don't have to walk all the way to the streams to wash clothes anymore, but can instead use the wash basins built closer to their homes. About 6,500 people in Bonke now have access to clean water this year as a result of Hope's intervention. The people decided to hold a ceremony to celebrate this improvement of their lives. That is a handover ceremony. The whole community got together to celebrate the accomplishment of the project. The community's declaration that they would take over the responsibility from Hope to sustain the water system was symbolic of the work we achieved. The ceremony was attended by thousands of villagers, Hope staff, and also many guests. This year, Daisuke Matsunaga, the Japanese ambassador from the embassy, also attended the ceremony to give his words of congratulations to the villagers.
美しいきれいな清潔な水が勢いよく水道線から流れ出るのを非常に頼もしく思いました。非常にこのプロジェクトが 村の人々の生活改善、生活向上に役立っているということを強く実感いたしました。
But there is more work yet to be done. There are still neglected communities trapped in the cycle of poverty. GARBANZA GALO in the neighboring Gelese district is one such community. "8,000 people reside in this remote community in the mountains, and many of them still suffer from lack of access to clean water." One of the community leaders, Mr. Asefa, explained to us about life in this village. What Jeff learned was alarming. Children were dying because of unclean water. Streams and springs were drying up every year during dry season, and the villagers have to find water day after day. Up in the high altitude, even a few steps on these steep, muddy footpaths can make you breathless. However, Jeff met with the villagers living strong in this community and listened to their stories.
I met a young mother named Tigist living in GARBANZA GALO. We went to a stream together to experience her burden of fetching water, which she does more than once every day. Carrying a water tank and walking in the mountains is never easy. Even after all this, the only water she can get is often unclean and unsafe. And this is harmful for herself and especially for her little baby, Litigate.
Each year, 190,000 children under the age of 5 die in Ethiopia. Many of those lives could have saved with access to clean and safe water. For Tigist and her little children to lead safe, healthy, and self-reliant lives, these circumstances have to be changed. Your support can save lives. Your generosity gives local communities clean water, which provides hope to families in most need. To leave no one behind, please give generously and help secure a brighter future for Ethiopia.
As it is known, COVID-19 is a worldwide threat, and it is affecting all humankind, particularly for Ethiopia, like developing country Ethiopia. Safe water supply and sanitation, that is a very important area for infectious diseases. Therefore, still we are continued, and the community also need is very high. The community existing in very devastating condition, but in this condition, we are always talking for them for bright future.